Millsap. Interestingly, Markelle Fultz, a surprise starter, making his first start ever for the Orlando Magic.
We'll take a look at tonight's starting lineup presented by your Mercedes-Benz Tri-State dealers. DeAndre Jordan gets the start.
Play with a player like James Harden now to switch and flip the script, combat and go against this team in a different manner than what you saw last night.
And the one thing that Kenny Atkinson wants to be sustained from last night is the energy, the will, the want, the competitive nature that he's. And Drummond corrals the rebound.
I think Jordan thought Drummond was going to be right there with him. Didn't anticipate having a little bit of a start.
Good hands by Irving, but couldn't control.
Drummond, for as much as we talk about him scoring, he can pass. He's got excellent vision with the ball in his hands.
Irving, pull-up jumper is last night.
Kenny Atkinson was very excited to hear that.
But their first bucket of the night is...
And it's interesting because you talk to Kenny Atkinson, of course he loves how well and efficient they're shooting the three ball, but he's like, I'd like to see us even get up more of those shots.
And Irving using the screen from Jordan. Here is Harris. Harris driving and banking. All the way down the floor, Kenny.
The game was extraordinary, but both of you matched it with the call, and it was so much fun to watch and listen to.
Nice possession out of the timeout for Brooklyn. After a sloppy beginning as Morris.
Let's take a look at this. LeVert active with the hands and more than just a shooter. He's got to be a playmaker. We're relying on him to not only
pieces, both teams on the second half of a back-to-back.
To physical him off his spot.
Now,
we saw him be a little quicker with the ins and outs. All five starters playing more than 30 minutes.
Drummond gets, you think here, Sarah?
Well, there's verticality from Prince. I know he's coming forward a little bit with ending and pushing off on Prince.
Amazing job. Meanwhile, the Pistons, no fouls yet. Now they have one. It was on Joe, but instead it's on Allen. Yeah.
And
so
Langston Gallagher
for Brooklyn. It's been a discombobulated start for the Nets. Here is Harris driving in and squeezed by Temple on the steal, though. Irving kicks it back to Prince. He got it. Detroit's a playoff team last year. Drummond's a bear to deal with. All of a sudden, you're like, hey, you want to get this one. Especially off the momentum from last night against Houston. Harris on the drive finds Allen.
Right off to Jared Allen, a nice finish.
Morris the cut, the dish, Drummond. Or finds Harris. His three is 4 assists in the quarter for Irving. First three of the game for Harris is
on the glass and being a big man, but he's got such a great skill set, light on.
Rebound through the arms of Harris, right to Irving, blasting ahead. Irving bodies in, zings out, good movement here. Harris, he got it. 10 points in the quarter for Harris. Brown's floater rolls in.
A little bit extra juice when he comes here to Detroit.
Yeah.
Speaking to him about coming back here, that's, there's something. He got a little chip on his shoulder.
You notice everybody's open and honest with Graves.
As Drummond misses the shot there, really a testament to not only Spencer's work ethic.
5 to shoot, gets some space, left it short. 2-for-1 opportunity if the Nets hurry. Dinwiddie pulls up his three.
Quick recognition.
Kennard looking for help, finds it in Drummond. He put Allen, LeVert, Allen, Temple, Kurutz, and Dinwiddie the 5 for Brooklyn. LeVert fading away. Oh yeah, all of a sudden.
But he's still getting the looks that he wants, and that's all you can ask for.
I don't know if that was the look Dinwiddie wanted, but good fight from Fires again. Here comes LeVert, up and down to be in the quarter. Dinwiddie thought about the three, he'll take the drive. Squeeze that in, Allen denied at the rim. And another chance for Brooklyn. Good cut from Harris, he finds Allen.
Continue harping on something, you try and just not have them get it in their head and just move forward.
And with the turnover.
Wow.
I did not know that.
That's my favorite segment of our broadcast always.
It's the audience.
Truly.
Well, it polls well to the thumbs up. Andre Drummond, we just brought up Moses Malone, right? As Kurucs
Know that. Although I wish Grady had told us that, but
all right, I see
for another time.
Snell fires away. Drummond getting ready to check back in for the Pistons. LeVert on the attack again. Careless as they've been with the ball.
Well, and that's where some of these miscues.
Irving on. LeVert around the Jordan screen. LeVert.
What we saw last night in that second quarter, he was a big part of that push and a part of it.
So far this game, even though he's been incredibly efficient to begin the year. Jordan, great hands. Prince got pushed.
That's highlight play after highlight play, which we appreciate.
Stay tuned. He was unbelievably efficient as he was doing. Trying to navigate traffic, and Jordan would have none of it. Pinned it up against the glass. Prince looks off the pass. Was demonstrably communicating with the bench at the beginning of this defensive possession as Brown floats. Irving turns the corner, finds Joe. No. Irving flings it ahead. Dinwiddie to Temple, soaring. Kennard leaning three is good. So it's an 8-point Brooklyn lead to begin the third. As Irving, dancing into the lane. That's with a 10-point lead. Irving now, 6 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds.
Some easy looks. Thanks, Coach. Thank you.
Tonight's quote book presented by Geico. In the corner, Prince.
Done a nice job here, Joe Harris. Detracting the defenders and Kyrie Irving.
That the Nets had came from the paint, free throws, or threes. No mid-range shots. So none of what you just saw. Rejection. Here comes Irving. 4 on 3. Irving behind the back. LeVert finds Prince. Corner 3. Hit. Prince the rebound, and look out. Drummond on the steal, and he's got the rim to himself.
So sometimes when you don't have the ball in your hands quite as much, you're not getting the same amount of looks. It's tougher to get into a rhythm. And for Joe, he has just been automatic.
Prince puts it on the deck. Gets ready to check in for the Nets. LeVert tried to dive in front of the handoff as Kennard tripped over his own feet. Drummond looks inside to Brown. LeVert niftily through the lane, just couldn't finish. Gets it back. Sleep to begin this season after going to the playoffs last year, and they have been totally banged up.
Well, think about the fact you're without Blake Griffin. Reggie Jackson plays those first 2 games.
From deep, he's now 0 of 4 from three-point land. He is on triple-double watch. 6 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists as Gallo tightened up. Looked like it could turn into a laugher. No. A 14-point Nets lead is down to 4. And now it's down. Allen trying to get something against Drummond. Nothing. Brown, that's 2. Roots can't tip it in. It bounds out to Kennard, who's not fouled by Temple, and then Kennard finds some space, can't hit the jumper. Rebound to Drummond. He
Basics of taking care of the basketball, making sure you're blocking out and rebounding, and when you're getting those stops, it allows you to get back going. And it's going to get called every time.
Kenny Atkinson was talking to us before the game about Spencer, still trying to find a rhythm with the second unit. New player, Dinwiddie and Temple, the 5 for Brooklyn. Mikhailuk sets it up. And
right into him.
Dinwiddie on the drive.
Know that. Although I wish Grady had told us that, but
all right, I see
for another time.
Snell fires away, squeeze that in. Allen denied at the rim. And another chance for Brooklyn. Good cut from Harris. He finds Allen. Wow. I did not know that.
That's my favorite segment of our broadcast always.
It's the audience.
Truly.
Well, it polls well.